Hello, budgeters. Welcome to the February budget review. Better late than never, right? I'm not gonna lie, this virus thing going on has made me a little bit preoccupied with other things. So I'm sorry for slacking and not getting this out to you sooner. But let's go ahead and jump right in to the February budget review. And first thing off, so we projected to bring in $7,061.36. We brought in $7,112.38, and we just had a few things that let's see, I sold a coat for $10. We got $8.11 back from Rakuten, and $33.69 cash back from credit card rewards. So we got an additional $51.80, which was good. And my husband's paycheck was just shy, like a few cents from his normal paycheck. Some of his paychecks are a little bit lower than others, just with how many times a year he gets paid. So they're just a little bit off sometimes. And going into our regular costs, so our car insurance spiked up $10, which I'm not happy about. In fact, I believe it was originally $104.95. So really, in the last 2 years, it's gone up $20, and I just need to change that because that's like $240 a year extra that I am spending that I hadn't been spending. So those things creep up, and I really need to call our car insurance and get that back down or switch to another car insurance. Our energy was a little bit higher than last year as well. So we spent about $11 extra on energy. Our water and utilities was also higher. Groceries was a little bit higher too. Our gas was like $1 lower. And then we did have a unexpected expenditure, which we call like a Murphy moved in, which is something you don't expect happens. And Dave Ramsey says sometimes it feels like Murphy moves into your house, like Murphy's Law. And this one wasn't too bad. It was just a thumbprint that my husband needed for a course that his work is paying for, and he will be reimbursed for it. So it wasn't a too bad thing, but it wasn't expected. And into our sinking funds, we did not put a lot of money into other things besides the necessary things because we did have some. So in February, my husband and I had some life things that we were working through, and a big chunk of our money went into therapy sessions, and then he did actually. We were separated for a time, and he was living with a family friend, and he wanted to pay them rent while we were going through a separation. And so let's see, in these areas, the only sort of spending we did, I spent about $20 on potting soil and fertilizer and the yard care account, and then prescriptions and therapy. We had quite a few therapy sessions and babysitting. Children's needs, I bought them some little scriptures for our scripture study, or our gospel study time. And then I bought them some items for our plane trip at the dollar store. So just some things to keep them occupied there and back when we went to Hawaii. And clothing and hair, I spent $10.46 at Old Navy. And dental, I did get some dental work done for $110. I had like a filling that came out for a cavity. And that is the only spending that we did out of these categories. So the other categories all kind of stayed the same and kept accruing money. And at this point, the virus wasn't a huge deal. So we didn't do any sort of adjustments there, getting ready for social distancing. So to our leisure funds, we didn't do any spending in our anniversary, our spiritual goal family vacation, our Christmas account, our house wants account. We didn't do any spending in those areas. Electronics. We do have an Audible subscription for a short time. My husband needed a book from a therapist, like a therapist recommended book, and so we subscribed to Audible because it was cheaper to get Audible and get the book. And midlife crisis and apartment, so I got a massage for $60. It was needed. My husband paid $550 in rent. We went to a North Star conference for $75. $22.50 Bay. I don't know. That's probably something on eBay. And then $200 for my nephew Kobe, who dog sat for us while we went to Hawaii. And we cleaned out all of our vacation accounts because we did get a trip to Hawaii in February where my father-in-law was able to get us a free hotel. So we decided to go last minute. So we took out $120 in our Disneyland Someday account. We took out $1,516 in our Disney World in 10 years account. And I used $25 from our health and fitness account when we went to a beach day and paid for parking. I figured spending a day at the beach swimming in the ocean counts as health and fitness, right? So we cleared out all of our vacation funds just because we were able to get, basically the only spending that we did were airline tickets and whatever we paid for while on vacation. And birthdays and holidays account, I spent $50 out of my son's birthday account. They're still little enough that they don't need huge things, so I use their birthday funding on their 529, and I just had a bunch of new items still that we had left over from Christmas that we ended up not using, so I was able to just save a few items from Christmas that we had left over. And I spent $7.42 on our Valentine's Day gifts, and I got my dad a $35. It says iTouch on there, but it was really like a Google Home hub. Anyway, so that's what we got for birthdays in the month of February. We did a bunch of eating out, especially in Hawaii. So we only had about $20 left in that account. Impromptu giving, I got a friend some flowers for $10.72. My husband's Mad Money, he bought in Hawaii some syrup for some friends for $27.04. And he only, so that brought his account down a little bit. And then my Mad Money, I did a lot of spending. I did some swig things where you just go and get like a flavored soda. I bought a book, and then I bought a souvenir in Hawaii for $15.65. And then our family fun and reunions account, we just drained this a lot for our Hawaii trip. So we had $6 for swimming, $27.45. We went to Fat Cats, $5 on cookies, and another $27.71 swimming somewhere. And then my husband and I in Hawaii, we did do a dolphin excursion for $103 for our date night. So we just did one big cool date in February. And with the Hawaii trip, we did not end up putting anything towards our baby step 3B. And that left us just with $2,099.40 left over. I like to keep $2,100 into the next account. And I actually don't know. Looking into March, did I do 20? Yeah, so I did bring that $2,099 over into the March budget. So overall, we did not put as much money in some of the areas that we were going to because of Hawaii. And we did have a really fun time in Hawaii, so it was cool. We enjoyed every minute of our vacation, and it was well worth it, especially with some marital issues going on. We just decided that we needed to do something fun to counterbalance some other hard things that are going on in our lives, and it was a really great trip for us to go on. And currently my husband and I are no longer separated, so it was a good experience for us just to have some really good conversations and figure out what is going on. So, without giving you too many details, yeah, it was a very good trip for us. So, we were grateful that we could go on it, and it was just a fun time to connect as a family. And honestly, when we went, the coronavirus hadn't. There wasn't a lot going on with the virus, and so when we went, it wasn't a huge thing yet in America. Like, it was in China, but we went, and then the week we came back, things started coming to America, and it just kind of started getting a little bit more crazy to travel. That's when people started getting sick on the cruise ship and stuff. So we feel honestly just very grateful that we went when we did, and it worked out the way it did. So overall, February was, kind of a break-even month, but we also got to go on a really fun family vacation, which I'm super thankful for. So I hope you guys are doing well. I know right now it is a tough time, especially with so much social distancing going on, and my prayers are with all of you, and just hoping that everyone is doing well at this time. And I will talk with you guys later, and good luck on your budgeting, and we'll see you then. Bye.